I'm Jarret Yoshida, and I have an interior design firm, and we're based in New York and Honolulu. We have clients also in other cities across the world. We're very fortunate. We've been doing the idea of remote work between Hawaii and New York thing for the last 20 years. So the technology, the past 5 to 10, has really started to catch up to the way that I've worked. And it has made my life so easy. It's made my team's life less complicated, feeling grateful every day that tech is finally where we want to be. 95% of our work tends to be residential, 5% tends to be offices, and our residential clients are either in apartments or in freestanding homes across the United States. Most of our work tends to be in apartments, which comes with a particularly challenging set of demands from building architects and supers and insurance companies. And Rayon has been really helpful in helping us stay organized and responsive to what their needs are, as well as our clients. I think the challenge we had before using Rayon is having a software platform that was helpful when we have a team that's spread all over the world, and often we're not working at the same time. It may be asynchronous, right? Or someone will do something at 9 a.m. New York time and then 9 p.m. New York time because of where they are in the time zone. Or even if it's working at the same time, having two people be able to do that in one office has been transforming in terms of our productivity, in terms of not making mistakes and saying, oh, I modified file A instead of file A3, which is a perennial issue for anyone working in architecture or interior design. And it's one that Rayon has really smoothed out for us. So we can focus on making things beautiful now instead of, did we work on the right file? And it happens, even if you're really organized, it really does happen. And someone opens the wrong file accidentally, right? Just human error. It'll happen. So Rayon has transformed that for us, and we're really, really happy. We used to have all these different email threads, or we would go ahead and say, ooh, wait, which drawing is the latest version, as you were saying, right? That back and forth and the mistakes just really slowed us down. And so we're just moving so much more quickly. It's been fantastic. What's happened is that with everything now in one place and with clear delineation of what's the most current, what's not, we're drawing, we're updating, and we're sharing plans in real time. And so when we can add comments right on the file and edit it together, right? Someone in New York, someone in Mexico, someone in Brazil. It's just such a huge time saver. If we have a tight deadline that's been exposed on us, right? As happens with every firm, 3 people can gang up, divide it, fix it, check each other's work instantaneously. I mean, honestly, the way that we can style plans here just makes everything so much more visual, more engaging also, that between that and the ability, again, to work at the same time, it's changed our lives and it's changed it for the better. We were using AutoCAD and, very old school, and AutoCAD is great, right? For some things, for what it was, but it's legacy software now. AutoCAD does not feel or act like the way offices need to, right? And when you work in design, you need to acknowledge how people live. You need to embrace, in fact, what people are doing with their homes, not say to people, hey, you should live like this. Rayon embodies that idea. People want to work remotely. People want to work on files at the same time. Our projects have 2 managers often, so we have overlap, right? So if someone gets sick, someone else doesn't know what's happening. All of that really makes Rayon so much more valuable as a tool for us. Plus, it is a more beautiful client presentation tool for us as well. If segueing to that being one of our favorite features, if you will, it is obviously cloud-based workspaces are where we all want to be, right? But just as importantly is the interface now. It's so much easier to manipulate things for our clients that they can understand it. So sometimes when they're having a question in real time, like I will be here, one of my associates will be, let's say, in Mexico City. She is updating things for our clients in Hawaii, and we're able to see and get everything together in a way that, frankly, the legacy software packages could not do. They were not as quick. The visual format was also not as easy to understand for our clients. So Rayon has really helped with pushing deadlines more quickly, with making sure that clients can see the responsiveness, which they love doing. Architecture and interior design is not a cheap date. So when clients can see work product being developed quickly, they can see the value of what they're paying for, which does make bill paying, I think, a little more easy, certainly less painful. We can make layout changes in the middle of a meeting, and we can style an updated plan right there on the spot and add comments for contractors. Sometimes just a last minute edit, really in minutes, and it feels more effortless for our draftspeople and for our clients. That kind of speed, that kind of visual clarity just wasn't possible. For us, Rayon has helped our actions to move more quickly, to be more understandable. And it's been a really fantastic tool for the whole team. Our favorite projects tend to be with clients who are able to trust us with the design process. And I really want to be clear. Obviously, I want clients to have opinions. I want to share feedback. At a certain point, it is really helpful for clients to be able to say, okay, I'm not a designer. I work in finance or I work in law. I need to trust who I'm working with. And I've noticed that has been very true, particularly when my first few clients, one of them ran W and Women's Wear Daily, which are huge fashion magazines. Another one was the head of PR at Vogue. The clients to understand how creative people work and know not to second guess is always leading to a project that is going to be more beautiful, that will take less billable time. Now, to be clear, it is hard to do that. For my own house, I have to surrender to my team. I said the same things that many of my clients do. So this is said without judgment. This was me with my own house, right? 150 years old, brownstone. It was bad. It had been abandoned. It had been a drug den before. It was really horrible. Yeah, it needed help, right? And so here's me to my team. Oh, Christina, do you think that's gonna work out? Oh, the color seems so assertive. I don't know if I'm gonna like that color. And they have to sit me down and be like, Jarret, are you being for real right now? You're doing exactly what you see our clients do and you know does not lead to a good design result. I'm like, oh, are you sure? And then I'm like, what do you mean, am I sure? I've been doing this for 25 years. I am doing exactly what our clients do. And that reminder from them was so helpful, right? And we work with a team where I'm try to, and I hope I have accomplished, an environment where critique is open, it's honest. They do it in front of clients and they'll say, Jarret, I think that this might work better. I'm like, oh my God, you're right. Or, ooh, maybe not because of blah, 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 right? But this conversation is very open. And so having clients that can be open to new ideas, having clients that are open to critique, and then ultimately having clients that can surrender in the same way that if I had to hire someone to help me redo my contract for clients, at a certain point, I have to say, hey, I am not a lawyer. When I have my bookkeepers tell me these are the best practices for how to manage my finances, I can ask questions. And at a certain point, right, I need to listen and defer. I say, hey, I hired you because you know what you're doing. So, design is something where people think is subjective, and it is to a certain point. And then at that point, it is helpful to be the kind of client in any situation, whether it's design, bookkeeping, law, what have you, science, and say, all right, I defer to you. I definitely would say that about the client experience. Like the clients who can do that have the best result in terms of emotional investment, money, time, aesthetic. So that would be a little bit about us, I guess. And I think the other thing is because I've been fortunate to live all over, right? Visited my team and also lived in Asia, Hawaii, all over North America. I don't have a particular aesthetic. My first job was at the Smithsonian, so I learned there to really value most design aesthetics, if not all, except for maybe Memphis coming out of Italy in the 80s. No, that's unreal. But other than that, being able to value a lot of different aesthetics means that I can understand our clients, what they want, our team and their own individual aesthetic preferences, how to align them, and then also how to guide them down the right channel in terms of creating something that will not only look good now, but will look good 25 years from now. And I do know that having done this now for 25 years, I am older in the field, which is alarming because it feels like I started just yesterday. My work from 2000 is actually on my website now. And none of my clients are ever able to guess which one it is, ever. And that happens when you think about various design aesthetics and you mix them together and you try to come up with something that's personal for the client, not something that's a cliche page out of a catalog, no matter how trendy that is. And yeah, I know our clients value that from us as well. Surrendering the design of a home where you spend most of your time, or at least you wish you spent most of your time, right? It's really challenging because you're caught up in all these fantasies, all the what ifs, and we're there to cull through the what ifs, see what's actually valuable, and then make it happen within that budget. And it's tricky. The funny thing is, and I'm not just saying this, I could retire, but when things like Rayon happen, that make the tiny things that are so irritating, the sand in my shoe, go away, it makes me want to continue working, right? It's like if you have a long hike, I'll do the hike. But if you told me I have to do the hike with sand in my shoe, I'd be like, no, thank you, right? And Rayon is the kind of thing that not only is a better shoe, it gets rid of the sand as well. It's just, it transforms the experience for everyone in our office. And yeah, it really does make me think, I can focus now on being more of a designer and less on pretending that I work in IT. No interest.